going to talk about Indonesia's problem like poverty, deforestation, health problems, government problems, etc. So, deforestation is a big problem in Indonesia. As cities and populations are growing, more area is needed, and forests are used to create these areas of the country. The forests that are used for these deforestations are rainforests. They are one of our most biologically diverse ecosystems of our planet. And this problem, like that deforestation, does not only affect animals and plants' habitat, because it also increases our global warming. And these areas that are used for cutting trees provide us 1/4 of our natural medicines, and they absorb 1/4 of our planet's carbon dioxide. During the year 2000 and 2005, the UN Food and Agriculture Association estimated that Indonesia lost 1.87 million hectares over 1 year. That was 9.36 million hectares over a 5-year period. So that was an area big as Portugal. And this problem has been increasing since wood pulp and palm oil are a big income thing for Indonesia. So they need to cut trees for making these oils.
Now I'm going to talk about terrorism. Indonesia has a high threat of terrorism. It has made global headlines because of their vicious terrorist attacks and the terrorist network they have there that are maybe connected to the Al-Qaeda group. This group represents that there is an Islam community that is extremist and not only believes that the Islam should be the guidance of life, but also use measures that are extreme to make this possible. Terrorist attacks have been carried out on the country many times, even though the Indonesian authorities have disrupted attack planning. These groups have the capacity and intend to carry out attacks anytime and anywhere in the country. The most recent major attack was on July 17, 2009, where the J.W. Marriott and the Carlton Ritz hotels in Jakarta were bombed by 2 suicide bombings 5 minutes apart. Another terrorist attack, but minor, was on March 21st, 2012, where the Indonesian embassy in Paris was attacked by a bomb, but it only caused the windows to break. It was no death.
I'm going to talk about poverty. Indonesia's economy continues to grow steadily, and it has now achieved the status of middle-income country. The economic of Indonesia, the economic growth of Indonesia has led the reduction of poverty, and which has fallen from 17% in 2004 to 12.5% in 2011. Despite these achievements, the poor people is now worse than they were before the 1997 financial crisis that happened in Indonesia, and the gap between poor and rich people is wider. The place where it's more severe the poverty is in the eastern islands of Indonesia, where 90% of people is is poor in rural areas, and this is the home for unique communities like this family that is shown in the picture.
I'm going to talk about the health issues in Indonesia. This topic has been very important since many years ago because the country has always been fighting to the H5N1 virus, which is the bird flu. The past December, 10 victims were reported dead because of this virus, and this year, the minister of the country was the first victim of 2015. In 2012, the country has been making many progresses, especially for people who lived in underdeveloped places, and the government started to introduce the Jakarta Health Cards, which are cards that help to get the free access to healthcare. And another issue is the addiction to smoking, and it affected in 2010. The government had to take a step back in this issue, so they're forced to get like the public buildings to like free smoking, so everyone could smoke in any place.
Well, this is, I'm going to talk about the injustice in Indonesia. So this is this is a country that the Islam and all those genders are very strong, and they always fighting against each other. And this country is it's always been very like they're always trying to see who's better or who has a reason for them. So sometimes the people that is in the government and stuff like that, they try to they really can't find anything to settle down the crowd, the people that is in one side and the other side. So they make a lot of injustice in that. For example, like I wrote an article that a week ago, 12 people were killed in Indonesia, some part of Indonesia, and the other side that killed them didn't get really any censure or anything because the people that was in power and government, they were from the same side, so they were. It's not like they were just trying to be in part of them, but they helped them to go out, to get out easier than if they didn't from the other party. So that's kind of the injustice that there is in this country. And as we could see through all the talk, we represented all the main problems that this country has. And you know, as you can see, this country has a lot of problems that a lot of countries from that part of the world has. Because you know, Kenya and Indonesia, India, all those countries, they all have that kind of problems, you know, the religious problems, they always fighting, they're in war, terrorism, they always do. So this is what we investigate. So